Hey guys, I'm going to take you through a workout today with an ankle or foot injury and a boot or a cast on this leg. This is for the early stages of an injury where perhaps you need to be non-weight bearing, or maybe you have some pain in that leg, or you've been advised not to be on it as much as possible. But we all know you need to keep up your fitness and your health, your blood flow everywhere, cardiovascular health and muscle strength during these periods. So I'm going to take you through a HIIT workout on the floor today. 5 different exercises, 5 different Pilates exercises in between. Just follow me. It's all going to be 30 seconds of each exercise, and I'm going to work you hard, but we're not going to have any impact down through that leg. Okay, so you want to be warmed up to a certain extent before you start this workout. It's not good to go straight into things, but you know, depending on how you do that, you've got to keep the impact off this leg. So I'm going to leave you guys to decide, but we're going to ease in. So we're going to start off with a crunch and a HIIT abdominal exercise. So it's going to be 30 seconds. I'm going to start my timer. We're going to bring one leg up at a time. So right leg up to tabletop, draw in your tummy, pick up the left. That one's going to feel heavy with the boot on. Put your hands behind your head, crunch, and then we're going to stretch one leg out and rotate to the other side. Okay, so off we go, 30 seconds of this. Drawing in that lower tummy. Keep your breathing relaxed. We're going to do 3 sets of these, okay? Keeping strong through those abs. We're rotating around the spine, and we're trying to stretch one leg out. Trying to stretch each leg out as far as you can, tightening up that thigh each time. Okay, stopping there, bringing the legs down, and we're just going to crunch in between. So drawing in the tummy and crunching. Now that foot is on the floor, but you are not weight bearing through it. You are just resting that heel down. But it is good to check with a professional if you're worried about this position here. Good. So we're doing 30 seconds of these lovely crunches in between, and very soon we're going to move back to that original exercise that we just did. 3, 2, 1. Okay, one leg up at a time, draw in the tummy, crunch, hands behind your head, and off we go. Keep your breathing relaxed. Good, you're rotating around the spine. You're not reaching the knee with the elbow. You're leading with the rib here. Good. 30 seconds of this is a little bit tough. 3, 2, 1. Coming down and crunching now. You're going to find it a little bit more difficult on that left leg. We're going to have to stretch that out a little bit more. I say left leg because that's the boot on my foot, but on the boot leg or the cast leg, you're going to find it a little bit more difficult. But hey, everyday life is a bit more difficult on that side because of that boot. As long as we stretch it out afterwards, then we'll be fine. 3, 2, 1. Okay, rest that neck just briefly while you bring the legs up, one at a time. Draw in the tummy, crunch, and off we go. Really try and keep drawing that lower tummy in. Good, breathing. Keeping the chin tucked, the elbows wide. Going to get a little bit of heart and lungs going here. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming down. Fantastic. So that's your first exercise of 5 done, and we're going to move on to do more of a glutes type exercise here. So this leg's going to be out to the side, and what we're going to do is starting up here with that leg strong, lower, lift, elbow to knee. Okay, so we start, that's our starting position. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Out, down, up, in, out. 30 seconds each side. Okay, that boot is heavy, But hey, we're going to keep working the glutes on that side to keep that leg strong. Your glutes will weaken on this side naturally, especially if you're not able to put that foot down to the floor. So this is a fantastic way of strengthening. Now, if you haven't left this too long, it won't feel too bad in the glutes. But if you have, stop there, feet together, come down onto the floor, lifting that knee. So what I'm trying to say here is if it's been a while you've been non-weight bearing on this leg, just go easy, be careful, because this might have weakened already. So these exercises are quite full on the glutes. So just be careful with yourself. If you feel this getting a bit aggravated, then we might have to move down a level, and I'll teach you that on the next one. Good. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. So on the other side, let me show you the levels down. So full exercise is here, in, out, down, up. Be careful of that foot on the floor. If it's painful, it's not a good idea to do it. Check with the professional that's looking after you to see if these are reasonable exercises for you. But a level down would be up and down with the hips. Here, okay? If those glutes don't feel strong enough to do this full exercise. All right, but let's do I'll demonstrate the full one. Off we go, up, stretch out, go. Out, down, up. Draw in through that tummy. Good. I can feel this rotating my foot a little bit inside the boot, so just be careful. Pain usually means that it's too much, so pick the level that's right for you. Keep that tummy working, keep the glutes working. 3, 2, 1. Okay, feet together, come down onto the floor, tuck the bottom hip back and lift in that knee. Okay. Hopefully you can do this outside like me. Does do the world of good to get a bit of sun. If it's in the winter, just a bit of fresh air. Get out of the heated house. As long as it's not raining, they're not great exercises to do on the floor in the rain. Good, get some nice deep breaths in, ready for the next one. We're actually going to stay on this same side, just so we're not moving around too much, but we're going to do 15 seconds each leg, okay? So off we go, up, brilliant, drawing in through that tummy. Good, try and tap the hip down to the floor each time. I don't want to see daylight there. One more, good. Careful getting over to the other side. I'm going to give you a little bit more time to do that adjustment. Stretch out that top leg, stretch out the arm, in, out, down, out. Brilliant, 15 seconds on this side. Last one. Brilliant. So I think you've done a little bit more than the requirement of 30 seconds on that last one, but never mind. So this, crossing the legs over, will just stretch out through your glutes a little bit there. Difficult with the boot. But it will get both of those hips, just as a little stretch. Okay, so quite obviously here, we're going to move on to doing some press-ups. So we're just going to do straight press-ups. Unfortunately, if we're not weight bearing, we don't really want to be doing the full press-ups, but trust me, you can get a decent workout with a half press-up, especially if you set yourself up well. So feet pinned together, knees together, drop your hips down and have your hands as wide as the mat. Now you can do a box press-up if you know that your arms aren't strong enough. That's your box press-up. This is your half press-up. So dropping the hips so your hips are in line with your shoulders and your knees. Okay, so 30 seconds and off we go. Elbows wide, draw in your tummy, go at your own speed, but it's 30 seconds of these press-ups here. Keeping your head up in line, find a point drawn between your fingertips. That'll help you keep your head up in line. Draw in that tummy, and keeping those hips in line. And coming down. Okay, tuck through the chin, arms by your sides, just lift your shoulders, then your hands, hands down, shoulders, hands, hands, shoulders, okay? So we're just repeating this in a fairly relaxed manner for our 30 seconds rest, in inverted commas, in between. 2 more. Amazing. Hands down into your press up position and off we go, 30 seconds. Good. Straighten those elbows all the way each time. Choose your press up that you can get as low down as possible. Good. Bottom working a little. Tummy in. Elbows wide. Three, 2, 1. Good. Onto your front, arms out, lift and lower. Draw under with your bottom, lifting and lowering. Good. So this just proves that you don't have to jump around to get a decent workout of HIIT while you've got this boot on. No reason to stop unless a professional has told you to, and maybe those bones need to heal while you're resting, so always make sure you check. Stopping there. Okay, last set of these press-ups. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, off we go. Good. Elbows wide, low as you can. Use your tummy. Cross your legs if you want at the back, like I have done there. Arms are dying. Woo! Just shows you don't need to do full press-ups for these because there's quite a few. Last one! Oh, sit back on your heels just to stretch that off a little bit. Okay, away from those arms briefly, or they may collapse. So we're going to do another abdominal exercise because it's a good time to really focus on your core when you can't do enormous amounts of cardiovascular or weight training while you've got to be off that foot. So a really good time to address some of the issues that maybe you have struggled with. So on your backs, hands behind your head. We're going to bring one leg up to tabletop at a time. We're going to rotate over to the right, and that right leg is going to go out and pull in quick. Out, pull in quick. Might take you a couple of goes to get that movement out. Slowly pulling quick. Okay, 30 seconds. Crunch both legs up to tabletop to the right. Pull, pull, pull. Drawing in your tummy. Maybe sliding up and down the mat just a little bit. Keep breathing. Keep drawing in your tummy. My watch isn't telling me how long we've got. Good. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Coming back down. Good stuff. So really slow abs, stretching up, coming round and crunching. Stretching up, coming round and crunch. It's 35 degrees here, you know. So if I'm puffing and panting and struggling with this, then you can see why. Good. Beautiful sun to film in, but a little bit hot for a HIIT session. 3, 2, 1. We're going to just bring the hands behind our heads, legs up to tabletop. Good. Crunch to the left, and then off we go. Of course, if this is your injured leg, like me, then this is heavy, but that leg needs to stay strong. So use the opportunity to have that weight at the end of the leg. Good. Still my watch isn't telling me how long we've got. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay. So another sit-up where you're pushing your arms straight up towards the sky if you're lucky, like me. Ceiling, otherwise. That neck, you need to keep the chin tucked. You will feel it a little, but then you can support it on the next exercise. Oh gosh, I think I might support it now actually, as you guys may need to, but you're thinking about stretching straight up. You go with one arm and the other one. Brilliant. Okay, so we're in the crunch, the legs are up to tabletop, to the right, and then off we go. 15 seconds each side. Other side. Amazing. Come back down again. Good stuff. We've got one more exercise to go. And I think we might do another glutes one because we're a little bit restricted here. We can't do things like mountain climbers. It's going to put a little bit too much pressure on that leg. So we're going to do a shoulder bridge. So we're going to, no, it's going to be weight bearing on that leg. So we're going to be on the side. So another one of these kind of exercises. So let's start in kneeling. We're going to come over to the side and we're going to bring the elbow to the knee. So very similar to before, but it is a good all body exercise and it's just using those glutes in a slightly different way. This is a focus that we really need while we're injured through that lower leg. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go over to this side first. Brilliant. So there shouldn't be a lot of weight down through that hand. Could be on the fingertips here. And the elbow pulls towards the knee. Good. And as you can see, we're going relatively fast. We've got 30 seconds here. Good. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay. My watch is telling me to breathe. I'll get rid of that. And we're going to go straight into it on the other side. So just a few nice deep breaths. And off we go, other side, 30 seconds. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Okay, just a little rest, moving from side to side a little bit there. Good. And then we're going to do 15 seconds each side, just to break it up for the third time round. Take a nice deep breath, and off we go. 15 seconds. Good. Other side. Remember to not weight bear too much on that hand. Off we go. That boot's heavy, I know. Draw in the tummy. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Oh, so there you go, guys. There's a HIIT session purely on the mat. Hopefully still looking after this leg in the boot. Non-weight bearing, just a little bit of putting the foot down here or there, so it's just the weight of the leg going through it. I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to do a tiny little bit of stretching now, just to finish off, to make sure that you don't ache too much afterwards. So the target areas are the hip flexor, so sticking that leg behind, tucking the bottom under and lunging slightly into it, stretching through the front of this leg. Hip flexors get a little bit tight while you're moving this boot around, and even through the workouts you'll have found that that hip flexor on that side had to do a little bit more work to hold that leg up, so it's good to stretch that out. Also, while your hip flexors are tight, the glutes don't fire too well. Stick this leg out in front and come forward, so stretching through the hamstring at the back. Hamstrings notoriously get tight, so good to stretch that out. Good work. You can hold these stretches just a little bit longer, spend a little bit more time on it. Bringing this leg in front, doing that hamstring. Breathing through these stretches is nice. Breathe into it, breathe out and ease a little bit further down. Good work. Bringing that leg in. Again, just be careful with that weight bearing. If you're supposed to be completely non-weight bearing on that leg, this is something you might want to avoid or check with the professional that's taking care of your rehab. So we're just tucking that leg under and lunging a little bit forwards into it. Good. We can tuck the toes under of that leg, and we can come up and we can stretch that calf and through the back of that leg. Lovely. And just on the knees, we can stretch through the triceps as well, after all of those press-ups that we did. Good. So I hope you enjoyed the workout and the stretching afterwards. I have a HIIT workout that you can do in standing for the later stages when you can weight bear with the boot on. And there's also a Pilates workout to work on those smaller core muscles, a little bit more abs and glutes workout, but a little bit slower and more controlled. I wish you every luck with recovery from your injury, and explore the rest of my channel, because there will be other workouts that are accessible to you while you're in this state, and of course progressing forwards when you're trying to get back into sport, etc. So please subscribe to my channel, click like if you like this workout, give me a quick comment in the comment box, and I look forward to seeing you browse and give me some feedback.